Have you watched Sarah Lee Armstrong's video, Come Faff With Me, a one-page Wonder Pocket Wraparound? I will list the video in the description because my plan is not to try and show how to make this cool wraparound pocket, but to make some ephemera to go into the pocket. I watched the video several times, then I made a template so I could recreate it. But you can see when I tried to fold it up, it's a bit tricky, but wow, is it amazing. I wonder if mine are exactly like hers, but even if they aren't, I love this one-page wonder. I counted how many pieces of ephemera you need to put into all the pockets, and I came up with about 10. The way you glue this pocket, I bet you could even add more pieces. So let's get busy making 10 ephemera pieces. Hi everyone, Patty here. I made a couple with cardstock because that was the only paper I had that was 12 by 12, but that was too bulky and it didn't fold really well. So I tried to tape book pages together with some of my handmade washi tape. This was a nice weight, but the washi tape showed up in odd places during the folding process, but I will use it. Then I glued book pages together and folded it, and then I could put the embellishments where I wanted them on the pockets and the folds. So the moral of all of that is paper does matter on making this pocket. So try different materials and see what you like the most, because I guarantee that you just can't make one of these wraparound pockets. We will need a long skinny tag, short fat tags, odd shape and sizes, but what a unique piece to add to our journals. I started with gluing old book pages to a piece of cardstock. I went with 3 pieces of 8.5 by 11-inch cardstock. Would be plenty pieces to fit into my pocket. Randomly add a few stamps over the top of the old book pages. Then I flipped the page over, marked the sizes I needed onto the back of the old book pages, and cut them out accordingly, just like using a masterboard, not really knowing what you will end up with after you cut them out. After I got the old book pages cut up into the sizes I was going to be needing, which can vary depending on how you make your pocket, I will give some sizes of what I made, but like I said, when making this wraparound, you may not get it exactly like Sarah did or even I did, but adding the ephemera to this wraparound pocket is great fun no matter what the sizes turn out to be. I have a couple micron pens in different sizes and start drawing on top of the old book pages that I had stamped onto. This stamp was going the right direction and was just a little light in some areas, so I used the micron pens to add some heavier lines to the already stamped image, randomly adding depth and filling in some of the stamped images with the micron pens, using a couple different sizes so some areas are lighter and some are darker. This journal that I will be putting the wraparound pocket into has gold highlights, so I pulled out my gold gilding wax and went around the edges with gold gilding wax. You could ink around the edges with distress inks or whatever matches your theme. I use both, distress ink in walnut and gilding wax in gold. I didn't show drawing onto all of the tags. I did rough sketches and add watercolor and colored pencils to add color to a few of them. I don't want them all to look alike. I also had a few pre-made store-bought tags and used a couple blank tags into the pocket because someone might want to add their own uniqueness to these tags because they are going into a gratitude journal that I have in my Etsy shop. I have different sizes and layer the small tags onto the larger tag with string and strips of material. The little tag can easily be removed or moved around on the larger tag. This adds another layer of dimension to your wraparound pocket. Now it's time to get out some watercolors and color in some of the hand-drawn tags I made. Choose colors that match your theme and add a little interest to your pieces. I love this process of adding color. You can get the leaf wet with water and drop a little color onto the leaf with your paintbrush, or you can load the color onto your paintbrush and color in the leaf or flower. Add a little lighter color to the tips and darker at the base to give some dimension to your pieces. Have fun with your quickie sketches and don't stress over perfection of your drawings. These are tags to be used for writing thoughts and gratitude onto the back of them, and you choose if anyone sees them or not. I love this saying I put into my gratitude journal. Art that is made with love is never wasted, even if it is unseen. Author unknown. I enjoy the process and the creativity of creating more than worrying about perfection in my sketches. Have fun and enjoy creating in your journal. I have a refillable bottle with a fine line tip that I added some black gesso and water into. This really made the red flower pop and added some dimension to the flower. This idea looked great, so I added the fine line to a couple tags, giving the flowers and leaves some depth. Here are some tips to make this one-page wonder pocket even more special. Firstly, consider using different types of paper for the ephemera. Vintage book pages, patterned scrapbook paper, or even handmade paper can add distinct charm and character. Secondly, think about the embellishments. Stamps, stickers, or die cuts can add layers of interest to your ephemera pieces. Finally, don't forget to personalize your ephemera by adding little notes or quotes that resonate with you. Creating ephemera can be such a delightful experience. The possibilities are endless, and each piece can tell its own story. So gather your materials and let your creativity flow. Whether your pieces are perfectly matched or wonderfully unique, they will add a special touch to any journal. I added an eyelet to the little tag that goes out the side, and then put a bulb pin and a dangle of beads onto it. I hope you make this wraparound pocket and have fun making your ephemera tags and art pieces for each little tuck spot. Have a great day. Bye now.